Hello and welcome, I'm the Ghost Sabotage. Today's article is all about Rosetta. Probe passes Asteroid Lutetia. Well, let's see. I'm going to ask you if I, if I don't pronounce some words properly, you can say and leave me one of those video responses things if you must, and say and how to pronounce the words properly. I'm all up for trying to pronounce words properly. And so here it goes. The rock, some 120 kilometers or 75 miles in its largest dimension, is the biggest asteroid yet visited by a satellite. Pictures showed Lutetia to be quite irregular in shape, its surface marked by a number of wide impact craters and even some intriguing grooves. Rosetta's encounter with the asteroid occurred some 454 million kilometers from Earth, beyond the orbit of Mars. It's a new world discovered by Rosetta, and it will keep scientists busy for years, said Holger Six, the principal investigator on the Osiris camera system, which acquired the images on this website, which I'm going to post a link down the bottom like I normally do. The pictures are majestic. They take my breath away, Professor David Southwood, the European Space Agency Director of Science, told BBC News. It is an historic day. Europe once again proving it can do major steps in solar system exploration. Everything worked like clockwork. It really was picture perfect, he said. Scientists hope the data can help them determine Lutetia's true nature. Earth-based telescopes had been difficulty in classifying the rock. Some observations had suggested it has a very primitive body, little changed since its formation, a so-called C-type asteroid even. Other measurements, though, he had what appeared to be materials in its surface, including the rock might have undergone a great degree of evolution. Type asteroid Lutetia could even be the fragment remains of a much larger asteroid smashed apart in a great collision nearly all over the Rosetta mission. Instruments were switched on for a period of several hours on close approach. Man, I'm stumbling on my words here. Let's see. 1544 GMT, 1644 BST, 1744 CEST on Saturday. Multi-wavelength cameras and spectrometers, magnetic field and plasma equipment, dust instruments, a radio science equipment, all were tasked with gathering as much information as possible as the spacecraft whizzed by at the relative speed of 15 kilometers per second, 9 miles per second, and a minimum distance of 3,162 kilometers or 1,964 miles. Anyway, it has an interesting surface, and from the look of it, I would say it is more of a C-class type, but we can't really say anything yet, except Rita Stules, the Rosetta project scientist. We must wait for the infrared data. This will be the key, I think, in understanding this asteroid, she told the BBC News. About 400 images were obtained during the pass, and with each picture taken about 10 minutes to come down, it will be some days, if not weeks, before all the data from the flyby is transferred to Earth. Science teams expect to make public preliminary findings at the Europlanet conference in Rome, Italy, in late September. There's loads of graphs. There's a graphs and a few pictures on this website I have. This looks good. Anyway, last part. Before this flyby, the largest asteroid encountered by spaceship was Matilda, which is a little over 50 kilometers, 30 miles wide. Matilda was visited by the US Space Agency, NASA, near Shoemaker probe in '97. Rosetta itself has already made one close asteroid flyby of the Steens Rock in '08. With this large pass complete, Rosetta is now heading out to its meeting with the comet set for the May of 2014. The probe will go into the orbit around the 4-kilometer wide ball of ice and dust, and even place a small lander could philaly on its surface. Asteroids are the object of keen interest. Currently, the Japanese Hayabusa mission has recently returned from the Itokawa space rock, and next year the US Dawn mission will go into orbit around asteroid Vesta. The American President Barack Obama says NASA should also have the goal of trying to send astronauts to an asteroid sometime in the 2020s. Yeah, all of them exciting stuff. I am a bit worried about the astronauts if they land on the asteroid, just in case the asteroid tends to drift, somewhat changing its course and head out into the furthest, into deeper into deep space. And then, hey, so until next time, laters.